Welcome back with another coding video. In this video, we're going to talk about App Attest feature on iOS and how to implement it and what it is. Now, there's so many ways hackers can mess with your app. One thing they can do is that they can create a bot that endlessly call your APIs. If they can find out what the API endpoints are, they can use reply attacks, get a jailbroken fake app version of your app to call your APIs. They can use an emulator to emulate your app and just call your API. They can reinstall it, they can spoof the app. There's so many ways. And there's one way to protect against all of those if you're an iOS developer making an app and trying to secure it, which is App Attest. This is a way that lets your server check with the help of Apple that this app is legitimate. And you can do this whenever you're about to call your server for any important task. For example, in your server, when you user sign up, you can call this to check if the sign up is legitimate, coming from a legit app. Or if someone is making a transaction in your app, you wanna do this to check if the app that is making this request is legitimate and not some hacked app. And as always, I have a demo for you guys. Now, there isn't much to show in the app here because it's mostly a backend thing, but here it is anyways. You will click on important service, which calls an API, and that request is gonna go to our server. This is really what's happening in the backend. So when the user opens the app for the first time, we signed them up for the app attest. So what that means is that your app is, as soon as the app opens for the first time, it will do the setup. And when it does the setup, it's gonna request a challenge from the server. And by challenge, I mean just a random string. It takes that random string, and then your app, the iPhone itself, will generate private public key pair, and then it's gonna attest that random string, the challenge, using that private key, and then it's gonna send the challenge that it got from the server. It's gonna send it signed, and it's gonna send along with the key ID of the private key, and it's gonna also send the attestation object, which the phone will spit out after it signs the challenge. So it's gonna send all that to your server. Your server is gonna send that to Apple to check if the attestation is valid. And if Apple returns valid, it means you can now use this public key to sign challenges from now on to verify the identity of this app. After Apple says that this attestation is valid, then you're gonna store a key ID and a public key in your server, and you're gonna use that public key to sign challenges going forward, which happens here. The next time you make an important service on your app that you need to protect, your app is gonna request a challenge and then sign that challenge using the private key that was created, and that private key sits on the iPhone. It doesn't leave the iPhone. It sits inside a secure section of your iPhone. We call it the secure enclave, where other sensitive information like the biometrics and the credit card information also lives. Anyways, it takes that challenge, it signs it using the private key on your iPhone that you created earlier, and then it will call the API that you were trying to call, whatever API that is. It could be registration, sign up, transaction, and it's gonna send, along with the API request, it's gonna send the challenge, the signed challenge, the assertion object, and the key ID. Then your server is gonna first check is the assertion valid. It's gonna check that with Apple, and it's gonna use the public key to verify the signature for that key ID. If the attestation is verified and the challenge that was sent over to you match the one that was requested before by the iPhone, it means that the API request is legitimate, and you can go ahead and proceed with the API service that you were gonna do, whatever that is. You do that API service, and then you respond back to the app that the service was done. That's it. Okay, so enough yapping, and let's go ahead and jump straight to the coding of this thing. I'm gonna show you how to code it exactly. Okay, so let's jump straight to it. Over here, we have a plain Xcode demo app that doesn't have App Attest implemented into it. And over here, we have our server-side code where we're gonna be implementing the APIs for App Attest. We're gonna need these dependencies. The only thing that might not be relevant to you is the Firebase stuff, that just my cloud provider. Your cloud provider could be something different. Let me zoom in so you can see. Okay, so we need to start actually here in the server side. We need to implement the endpoint, which my app can use to request challenges to sign. So that's gonna be our first step. We're gonna do it here. Over here, I'm gonna generate a random user ID, and then I store that challenge in my database for later, because we're gonna need it to verify the assertion. Then I'm just gonna return it to the client side like this. And that's it. Now let's go ahead and implement that in the client side in our app on Xcode. So let's switch to Xcode. And here in Xcode, we're gonna need to do some paperwork. And by paperwork, I mean setup. So you go to the target, you go to project, sorry, not project, to your target here. And then you go to sign in capabilities, and you need to click on capability and need to add app attest. So just add that to your project, and you don't got to do anything more than that. You just need that, and you need to note down your bundle identifier. You're going to need that for your server. So note that I'm copying that and using it here in my server for later. We're going to use that later. And my team identifier, which you get from your Apple Developer Portal. So that's what you need. And then now we can start coding. Here we need to create a new file. Right click, new empty file, App Attest Manager. And in this file, import these, create a class, call it App Attest Manager, get the service for App Attest service, and then create a key ID for the private key that you're going to generate for signing the challenges. It could be any name you want. I'm just going to name it this. And this is just my endpoint's base URL. So here I'm going to start by implementing that challenge API call that I just created. This will look like this. This is the URL for the API /challenge that we just coded. And I'll simply go ahead and send that API request like this. And then I'm just going to return the challenge string as a response to this method. Now we need to work on a method called setup if needed, which is going to set this app for using app attestation service, getting the public key and all that. Let's actually code that right here. And inside this, check if it's supported. If not, throw an error. Check if the user already have a key, a private key generated like this. And you check using this key ID over here. So you give it the key ID and it will check if it has that stored already. If they do, then there's no need to run this method, and it's gonna exit it. And now we need to use that method to get the challenge. This is what we explained here in the diagram. This is these two arrows. And then after we get the challenge, we're going to do these two steps, creating the public key pair and the attestation using the key and challenge. So inside here, we get the challenge string. And here we use this service to generate a new key, a private key for attestation. So this is the most important step here for the setup. This is going to look like this. And inside this, we get the key ID. We convert the challenge from a string to data, and then we hash it using SHA-256. And now there's another service inside this self.service generate key inside this to attest the key, and that will look like this. This will give us these two, guard your error. And then when this is successful, you're gonna get this attestation data. And here we need to send that to the backend. So here we're gonna have to work in a method called send attestation to backend. This is a method we need to work on here. But before we get to working on it in Xcode, we need to go back to our server and code it there first. This is my placeholder, attest. So this is what we're gonna get from the client, from the app side, the key ID, the challenge, and the attestation object. I'll throw an error if any of them is not there. Then I'm gonna check if the challenge that I got, the challenge string, is one of those that I have stored in my database, meaning that I'm checking if it was created by me. So I get my challenge data collection and I queried by the challenge that I received from the app side. And then I check if there's anything that match like this. If there's nothing, then I throw an error. If everything is good there, then I'm gonna go ahead and verify the attestation that I received from the app, meaning that I will send it to Apple to check. These list of steps over here. Send challenge key ID and attestation object to Apple, and then they check if it's valid. And if it is, then we're gonna get a public key and key ID. That's what we're gonna do. So let's do that here. And for this, we're gonna use this method. In Node App Attest, we're gonna use this one, verify attestation. And this method is gonna take the following. It's gonna take our attestation object as a buffer, because we received it as base64, the challenge, the key ID from the client side, both of these from the client side, the bundle identifier, which I have defined up here, which is the same one in your Xcode here, and the team identifier, which you get from your Apple Developer Portal. And this is a flag for development versus production. So you do that and you catch your errors in case you have any. And if the attestation is verified, you're good there, and you get your public key right here. You need to take that and the key ID and store it in your database now. So here's how I do that. I have another collection for the attestation, the key IDs in other words, and in here, I'm gonna create a document, an entry in my database, think of it if you will, using the key ID as the identifier. Or you could just use the user identifier if you want, but this is a cleaner way of doing it. And then here I say for this key ID, by key ID we mean the identifier of the private key that is on the iPhone. This is the public key that is associated with that. And there's a signing count for here to prevent replay attack, and just a timestamp. And then the challenge that we created earlier here in this endpoint, and we fetched over here at the beginning of this API, now we can get rid of it. We don't need it anymore. Do this. That's it. And then I respond by 204 to my client side. All right, that's it for the attest API. Now we can go back to Xcode and implement it. Where did we say we're gonna implement it? Here. So let's implement that API call. This is what the method will look like. It takes in the key ID, challenge, and attestation object. This is the URL and method, the body, my headers, and I go ahead and send it. And if I get a successful response here, then I don't do anything. I just store the key ID so that the next time when I check if setup is needed, I will know here that we already have this set up. Okay, so that's it for send to backend. Let's use that in the setup API, which is here. So here, after we get the key, after we attest the key, we use that API that we just created. So this is the setup. Now let's go ahead and run that to show you guys how this works. I just want to show you what ends up on the database when you run. Actually, my bad, I forgot to call this. I just implemented it, but I didn't use it yet. I need to go to content view over here and run this as soon as the app is called. So to do this, I need to define an instance of my app attest manager here. Use this instant on appear here and call setup if needed. And now we can run the app again to try that out. So when I run that, I get a message here that says app attest key is already set up, but that's because I set it up earlier. But what you should see in your database is this. The date the key was created, and this is your public key, and this is your sign count, and this is when it was the last time it was updated. So this is what you're gonna get over here. And over here, the document ID is the key ID, and this is my user document, and inside here you could have multiple key IDs for this user if they have multiple devices. That's possible too. Okay, so we built the methods needed to set up the attestation and get the public key. Now we need to work on this flow over here: request challenge, receive challenge, and then we sign the challenge using private key. And then we actually use that to verify for our server that this request is coming from a legitimate app, my actual non-broken app, that it's not a bot or something else. So let's go ahead and implement this. Here in Xcode, I have a button that says important service. That could be any important transaction in your app. Maybe it could be a purchase, it could be a sign up, it could be a change of the settings in the app. Whatever is important in your app that you need to protect, that's where you need to use app attestation. And this is some action that doesn't do anything, but I'm gonna protect it using app attestation. So this is a request payload for that action. And here, I'm gonna implement something called make protected request that ensures that app attestation is done before the request is sent to my server. So let's go back to app attest manager over here. And here, let's go ahead and implement that like this: make protected request. This will receive the endpoint of your request, whatever that endpoint is. And I'll show you how to adapt your server endpoints to use app attestation, the request body, and the result is that gets returned in here in completion. So here, what you're gonna do is when you make a protected service, you're gonna get the key ID, get a challenge, and then you're gonna combine that challenge string into the request that you're sending to your server. So I'm combining it into this body over here, like this. Now and guarding my error. And now I need to generate an assertion. Use that assertion result as the authentication header for this request that I'm gonna send to my server. To do that, I need to hash the request body, and then I'm gonna use this service, generate assertion. That is also an app attest service. So here, this is gonna give us assertion data and error in case we have an error. We just guard and then encode the data to base 64. Then we put together the payload that we're gonna use to create our authentication header that consists of the key ID and the assertion base 64 that we get from generate assertion, convert it to JSON, and then encode that JSON into base 64 string, and we send that API request. This is the API URL, and then all the other details here. This is my authentication header, and then I go ahead and just send the request. Actually, here I just hard-coded protected service for the demo, but you should be actually taking it from here, from the method in here. So let's get rid of this and replace it with that actually, endpoint path. Cool. And then here in content view, when we use that make protected request, it looked like this. I passed it the endpoint that I want to call that is protected, and the request body. And then this is gonna give me a result. And then this is how I handle my result, like this. Perfect. Okay, so we coded everything in the front end, but we actually still haven't gotten back to the server side of things yet. So here, we need to make our endpoints verify the attestation before they accept the request. So let's go back to our server. Here, this is my protected server. Right now, it just responds just fine. We need to make it check the authentication header before it accepts the request. So let's go ahead and do that. First thing first, before we actually start coding here, we need to implement this method, verify attestation request. This is what's gonna do most of the heavy lifting. This is gonna take in the request, and from the request, it's gonna get the authentication header and make sure that it's there like this. And then it's gonna get the key ID and the assertion from there by decoding it to a buffer from base 64 and then parse it to a JSON and then get the key ID and the assertion that we inserted from the app side here. Another error check. And then now we need to get the challenge string from the body because we inserted it earlier. And another check, get my database collections. I'll check if the challenge exists. If it does, then I'll just delete it because it's one-time use. And then I'll get the public key in the count like this. I'll give it the key ID and it's gonna spit out the attestation document, which has the public key in it like this. And now for the fun part, and very similar like before, during the registration, I'm gonna verify the assertion. Also using this Node App Attest library. This is gonna take in the assertion that we get from the client side, the request body, the public key, the bundle identifier, and team identifier, and the previous sign count that we got from the database. And if the result is okay, I'm gonna update the signing count at my database. I'm gonna attach the key ID in the request so that I can send it back to whoever called this method and just return true if everything is okay. Now let's organize things a bit. This is all just sitting here. I need to wrap it and try catch. There you go. Now we can use it. Now we go back to our protected server service endpoint here. And here's what we're gonna do. First thing we're gonna do is actually run the attestation, the app attestation before the request is executed. Then I'll do whatever I want to do, or just log the values. And then I complete whatever task this API is supposed to do and just respond to the client side like this. Now let's go ahead and test this in the app side. Now in the app itself, I can call that important service. And it's gonna call my server and just show this message. And that's how you know it's successful. And that's all. This is how you can make sure that your server API requests are protected using app attestation to make sure that the app is legit. If you enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe to get more content like this. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And if you want to get the full source code that we used in this video and support the channel, please check the Patreon link in the description box below. And that's all for today.